Good morning on behalf of our owner Herb Simon and certainly our friend and Vice Chair Jim Morris. I welcome you to this wonderful day and exciting day for us in this wonderful building. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about how busy this building really is. Just within the last 10 days, having hosted the United States Gymnastics Championships, working with the Indiana Sports Corporation to set a record in terms of attendance right here in downtown Indianapolis, followed by our friends with Motley Crue, and then a great win the other night over New York by our Indiana Fever. And next week we'll have probably the biggest family show we've ever had in Indianapolis with Frozen. And it's going to be an exciting year with the Big Ten men and the Big Ten women returning. State high school basketball, both the boys and the girls. And then, of course, in early April, we'll have the NCAA Women's Final Four. So we are very excited about going forward this year. And this building continues to be, in our opinion, the best building any place in this country, and probably the best basketball facility any place in the world. So we welcome all the fans as the Fever play again tonight on Inspiring Women Night, and we look forward to the Pacers starting before too long. This really is an extraordinary day, an extraordinary collaboration with our friends at St. Vincent. We've had a long-time relationship with St. Vincent, but this really takes it to another level. And we're so proud and so honored to have you all here today. I probably feel as medically safe as I've ever felt in my life. But we appreciate the work that you do to help keep us healthy all around our great state and certainly in Indianapolis. And Jonathan Nally will come and talk in a minute about all the things that St. Vincent will be a part of with it. But this morning, as we show you the logo for St. Vincent Center, which represents this great collaboration and St. Vincent coming downtown after so many years of not being downtown and the closure of St. Vincent up on the near north side. But it's going to be a great thing both for us and I think also for the public and the workers in downtown Indianapolis. We couldn't be here today without a number of people, including our thanks go to the Capital Improvements Board for allowing us on Monday to repurpose the pie-shaped land, which is across the Delaware Street, to build this building. It is going to really be an extraordinary building, as you can see to my right. It is a 5-story building, and there's many things that have been talked about in the last few days, but it is going to be a beautiful building and will sit well in terms of its relationship to Cityway, to the growing Delaware Street corridor, and certainly across the street from this great Bankers Life Fieldhouse. We will have our basketball facility there, our training facility there, which will include 2 courts and all the offices in terms of the basketball folks. And the other thing that we're doing is we're going to build another floor where the majority of the offices from Pacer Sports Entertainment will go across the street. And what that does is give us the opportunity to open some very, very, very good real estate, especially along Georgia Street, to repurpose inside this building, which we believe will, in fact, help the longevity of this building and be able to do some additional things in terms of all the fans that come to visit this great building. At the conclusion of our lease with the CIB on that land, the CIB will own the facility, and we are hopeful that the 2 buildings will be connected by an underground tunnel that would be made available by a state grant to the city for infrastructure, which has been done a number of times around the city. We will continue to be in this building as well. Certainly all the events we have, the Indiana Fever will continue to use the practice court, but it also enables us to use that practice court for so many things. We have events like the Big Ten that demands and the NCAA that have big demands in terms of space that we use for media coverage and dining and a number of different marketing things. So we'll continue to be able to use that. I think that I've been with the Pacers 32 years, and I've worked for Herb Simon, worked for Donnie Walsh and Jim Morris, and I've never been part of a group in my life that's been more committed to one city than certainly the Simon family has, and all these gentlemen that I've worked with over the years. And Larry Bird being here and going to talk about some of the things that relates to how this is going to help us in the long term and the short term related to this small market and the basketball team. But this whole group is so committed to this city, and I think this shows that we will continue to be committed to the city for a long time.